Hey everyone. In this video, I want to give you some insight into the way I think and one of my strongest driving forces in life because, well, one, it may be a bit interesting, but two, I realize there's no way in hell I'm the only person who thinks like this. So maybe the other people out there who are like this video will be useful because it'll show you that you're not alone, and there are probably plenty of us out there who feel the same way. And basically what I'm getting at is I really don't like being told what to do. I never have for my entire life, and as you'd imagine, it's caused issues from various points of my life. For instance, when I was growing up, I didn't like being told what to do by my parents, so I didn't like doing chores. And then when I enrolled in school, I didn't like the structure of the environment, how rigid it was. I didn't like the whole concept of sit down and shut up. I didn't like how you spent 8 hours of your day in that environment and then you came home and still had to do homework. So I just never liked that crap. And then fast forward to adulthood, and I don't like being told what to do by employers because I'm basically only there for a paycheck. Like, I'm not there to make them rich, like the owners of the company, and then make peanuts in return for my work. I don't care enough about their company or their vision to want to do that. So I've never liked being told what to do for pretty much my whole life. And it took until adulthood for me to realize why this was the case. Like, I didn't meet many other people who felt the same way growing up. So there were times where I felt kind of alone because I'm like, why is everybody else so comfortable in these environments that I didn't like? And I eventually realized it's because for my whole life, I've always valued freedom. It's been one of my core driving forces in life. A lot of my decisions are made around what will get me the most freedom. And I realized even in childhood, I thought this way. And the reason why was because even when I was a kid, like, I think the first time I did this was around 5 years old or so. I remember looking in the mirror and thinking, how the hell do I exist? And then looking down at my hands and being like, these are mine? Like, I'm here? Like, what the hell? It would always blow my mind thinking about how I existed and how everyone else existed, how everything in the universe exists, how we're all here. And naturally, my mind would then jump to other questions stemming from that, like, knowing how we exist, why do we live the lives that we do? Why do we allow these strangers to create rules for us that we then must obey? And why do we sacrifice our freedom for these people who are power hungry, and so on and so forth? So basically my entire life, I've just never liked being told what to do because I've always thought, it's crazy we're here. We should be able to do, theoretically, what we want to do when we want to do it, so long as we're not harming others. But obviously that's not the case because there are bad people out there who, given that freedom, would just go haywire and cause a lot of issues and harm others. And yeah, so there's a reason these institutions exist, like governments and law enforcement. I get that. They're good. We need them to control the bad people. But even so, there's still a part of me that wishes they didn't exist, just because I would love to have that kind of freedom, to not have to work for money anymore, to not have to pay taxes and all that kind of BS. Basically, to not have to be told what to do by other people, especially when I don't even know who the hell they are and they're just some power-hungry fools who don't even make the best decisions because they don't have all the information, and a lot of them are arrogant. And yeah, don't even get me started on that. But my whole point here is I've thought this way for my entire life. I've always valued freedom. It's been like the main driving force in my life. And once I finally realized that, it explained everything because it illuminated my childhood for me and why I was the way that I was, why I never enjoyed school, even though, sure, I made great friendships and had good memories, but I never enjoyed it. In fact, I always used to tell my friends that I hated school. I did well, but only because my parents kind of incentivized me to do well. They would ground me if I didn't do well. They would take away my computer usage, which I was a heavy gamer, so I did not want that. So basically, I did well in school out of necessity, but I didn't enjoy almost any of it until later on, until like college, where I then had freedom to choose the classes I took and that sort of thing. I enjoyed college and university to some degree, but it's even then, I still was like, I wouldn't be here if I didn't have to do this, if this wasn't the whole structured way to go about your life, go to college, and then get a degree, and get a job, and get a career, and that sort of thing. So, yeah, this has been the way I've thought for most of my life. And I guess one point in this video is that you should think about this for yourself. What are your main driving forces in life? What are your main ideals? What are the things that propel your actions in your life? What values do you have driving you at the core? Like, it's really interesting to think about, because if you can figure out what these things are, many people don't think about this. They kind of are just unconsciously propelled by what they believe in. But if you can consciously figure it out, it's awesome, because it explains everything for you. It just, it illuminates your entire life and shows you, hey, this is why you've been the way that you are for most of your life, because you've had these values and you've created decisions based on them. You've taken action based on them. So that's why your life is the way it is and why you are the way that you are. So actually, I'd be very curious to see what are your driving forces. So if you do figure this out, please feel free to comment it down below, because I would love to see what you guys have to say. But that's pretty much all I have for you guys in this video. Just a little insight into the way I think and why I am the way I am, and hopefully this is helpful to some degree. Definitely thinking about what your driving forces are, that's probably helpful. But even if it's not, like, hopefully to other people out there like me who also value freedom immensely, like, this shows you're not alone. This shows that there are plenty of other people out there like us, and it's probably not super easy for us from time to time, because many of us probably don't enjoy certain decisions that our governments make and that our peers make with their voting habits, and we probably don't enjoy working a whole lot. And so I'm basically just saying, you're not alone in that regard. There are plenty of us out there, and life can be a bit tough for us at time to time, just because there don't seem to be a whole lot of people who value freedom. Otherwise, the world would be quite different. So I feel you. I understand your pain. But other than that, that's pretty much all I have for you guys in this video. So I hope you enjoyed this one. I hope you got something out of it. I don't know what exactly, but anything is valuable. And if you like content like this, be sure to subscribe for more. Otherwise, like the video and leave a comment saying what your main driving force is, because I'm just curious to hear what that would be. But anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I will see you in the next one. Arrivederci!